the harmonium, okay? You'll do service. Oh, no, push. Now is not the time for pushing. He likes to push me, and that's our pastimes. So he's... okay, ready? Okay. Ready? Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Come on, keep going. Shri Chaitanya Mano Vishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Svayam Rupa Kadamayam Didati Svapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunath Danvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Nisha Advitanscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Namostute Katha Kanchana Gaurani Radhe Yavaneshwari Vishabhani Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriya Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamini Ti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavara Paschatya Vishakarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Very good, Abhiram. Thank you so much for your participation. So, okay, and that's the entertainment value is now there. Now let's get to more serious matters. What is this? Oh, it's okay. It's good. So let's do the more serious matters now. So today is the Panihati Dahi festival. Chida is chipped rice, Dahi is yogurt, and Panihati is the place where the festival happened. So I don't know what Pani means water, yes? And what's Hati mean?
It's basically kind of a plain or flat, like something like plain. Maybe the place had like a water pond or something.
Okay, so it's the place of the pond or something, the place of Pani. So anyway, but Panihati is the place. So this pastime is very nice because if you learn this pastime, you'll know how to get the mercy of the Lord. Just a little backstory. I mean, Raghunath Das Goswami is like one of in a very, very wealthy family, born. And he was born with, in a devotee family, but they were neophyte devotees, meaning they're Kanishta Adhikari, or is called Prakrita Bhakta. Means that they're a Bhakta, they have some tendency for devotion, but their devotion is in the realm of Prakriti, in the material nature. So they want to worship the Lord to get nice wealth and all these other things. So they're Prakrita Bhaktas, they're neophyte devotees. But the good thing about Prakrita Bhaktas is that they're also Bhaktas, and sometimes they can be favorable for advanced devotion. So when he was young, they invited Haridas Thakur. As long as it's favorable for their material advancement, they'll be favorable for devotion. But if anything gets in the way of their material advancement, then they'll actually become unfavorable, which you'll see actually in their life. So, what is it? Hiranya Majbadar, and there was another one. It was, what's that? Govardhan Majbadar, thank you. And so they are the You just heard this from Radhanath Maharaj, yes? Okay, good. Thank you. Parth will help me because I am a little rusty. I didn't study. So they are very wealthy landowners, but they're also bhaktas. They have the tendency towards bhakti. And we're done with this now. It's okay. So they have the tendency towards bhakti, but because they're materialistic, they pray to the Lord for material things. Make me wealthy, make the business prosper, get my sons married, get my son should have all, good material situations. Everything connected to me should be materially prosperous and so on. So, but by good fortune, they had Haridas Thakur. They hosted him, and Haridas Thakur used to play with little Raghunath Das Goswami. And little Raghunath Das Goswami, he actually gave him the contact with the pure holy name and a pure sadhu, and it really had a profound effect on Raghunath Das Goswami as just a young boy. He older than Abhiram, but still a young boy, getting that association. So, I think around 5 or so. So anyway, so Raghunath Das Goswami was associating with Haridas Thakur, and then others, they would host, because they had a lot of wealth, facility, they would host the Vaishnavas, as you're supposed to. But, their intentions weren't so pure. Like actually even us in the beginning, we do so much devotional service, but unless our devotional service is for the for the complete pleasure of Krishna, which will take place for the complete pleasure of a pure Vaishnava guru, then it's not really bhakti. It's more on the, prakrita bhakti mixed with karma and all these other things. So anyhow, they were like that. But Raghunath Das Goswami, he had the association of Haridas Thakur, so he got purified by that association, and he, actually he's a pure devotee already, which is why he came in that situation and was destined to meet Haridas Thakur. Can we get a little bit of a handle on him so he's not doing that? Yeah.
This is the most peaceful he's going to be.
Oh, you think so? So anyhow.
Would you rather have?
Anyway, we won't go further. So he gets this pure devotee association, and now by that association he has a taste actually for the pure holy name and the pure process of bhakti. And so as he grows up older, he was a bit detached from worldly life. Even though he had all facility, he'd be like the equivalent of a billionaire, in a billionaire family, but he had no taste for making money. Like if you see Donald Trump has his young son, he's like Madhav's age. But he has a taste for, all these trading and stocks and things. He always seems to know where to be at the right time. It's called insider trading. But anyway, that's what they do, and, they're interested in being at the, making money and all these things. But he's not like that, actually. He's in a billionaire family, but not interested. He's interested in devotion and so on. So when Lord Chaitanya's movement took root, Raghunath Das Goswami was very attracted. He was very attracted. So, luckily also, the family priest, who was the guru of the Majmadar brothers, was Yadunandanacharya, and Yadunandanacharya was also an associate of Lord Chaitanya. So by Raghunath Das Goswami serving his guru, he also made more advancement, and he was able to associate with Lord Chaitanya at some point. Then, though, Raghunath Das Goswami went a bit mad, materially mad. He, even though he had, billions of dollars and his family, had such a good arrangement for him, he was not interested in it all, and he kept running away wherever Lord Chaitanya would go. He would go. He said, I want to, he was smart actually, because the whole sum and substance of life should be to associate with the most advanced Vaishnava that you can find. And then if you can associate with the Lord himself, then that would be even better. But, so Raghunath Das Goswami, he had the right idea. But Lord Chaitanya gives us the process by how you actually attain him. So when he ran away and just completely dropped his material life and ran away, what do you think his parents did?
Search for
Yes, they were not happy. A young boy, he's like 16 years old at this point. 16 years old, associates with Lord Chaitanya, and then has such a deep taste, he just wants to go wherever he is. And he associated with Lord Chaitanya's devotees, and then that's it. He's like, I'm leaving. This is all nonsense. All this money business and all these things. So he decides he's going to leave. So what happened is they had a Shantipur festival with Lord Chaitanya. This was after, I think, just after he took sannyas. And Raghunath Das Goswami, he went, and for the days there, they were just dancing in ecstasy. Lord Chaitanya was there, all the Advaita Acharya, Gadadhar Pandit, Srivas Thakur, Nityananda Prabhu. This just like this amazing, days of Lord Chaitanya chanting and dancing with all the devotees in ecstasy. And if you got to be a part of it, you were just extremely fortunate. Raghunath Das Goswami, by his surrender, he got to be a part of it. But then, finally, the bodyguards came and were ready to take Raghunath Das Goswami. They found him and were ready to take him. Because they have billions of dollars, so they can find the best security to go find our son. So, and now he's actually run away. Please don't do that. So now he's actually run away. So they're like, that's it. We're getting a security team, and they're going to be on him full time. But before he was left, he was kind of pleading with Lord Chaitanya, like, please, I just want to be with you. There's nothing else I want to do in my life, please. And he says, don't be a madman. This is crazy. You're going a little too far. Even though actually Raghunath Das Goswami had the right idea, but Lord Chaitanya, because he is expert in giving appropriate advice for all classes of devotees, this is actually going to teach us what to do. So what he did is he said that you go home and you be like an unchaste wife. Yes, be like an unchaste wife. And what's an unchaste wife do? All day she'll do all her duties really nicely, folding the laundry, cooking the food, raising the children, all these things. But secretly in her heart she's thinking of her lover. This is an unchaste wife. We want a chaste wife. If you get married, it's ideal you get a chaste wife. But, he says you go home and be like an unchaste wife. On the outside, you do everything that you're supposed to. And on the inside, you think about what you really want. You think about, this pure Vaishnava association and being with me. And then Krishna will arrange. And you'll be able to come to me.
So that you do it even better than an unchaste,
What?
chaste wife, because you're trying to cover up the fact that
You will he says an unchaste wife actually does her duties better than a chaste wife. Why? Because the unchaste wife has, she doesn't want to get caught, so she's going to